Hey, welcome back everyone. We are out here today with another one of our Husqvarna saws. And this is a 365, one of the legends of Husqvarna Pro saws. So it's a 365 special. As you can see, it didn't have a top. So I ordered one off Amazon. It just came in today. I want to see if it's going to fit, and maybe we'll fire up this saw too. So let's see what's in this. What's inside this box here. You know, it's been cold here where we're at. We've set some records, single digits, below zero in the morning. We just had a big snowfall, set some record snowfalls here, and it's pretty cold, but it's always nice to be out here in the shop where we can do stuff. So let's see what we got here as we unbox this part here. All right, this is supposed to be a top cover for Husqvarna 365. Let's take a look at it. Let's see if they sent me all the parts. All right. There's our top cover for it. That'll set right up in there. Let's see what we got here. Hopefully they send our screws to us. All right, that is going to set somewhere like this right here. Okay, got a new filter for it, and we got all new clips here. Let's see, there's a choke. Let's look here. All right, so we have the top cover itself. This here. See our clips. We have an air cleaner clip. Top cover clip. All right, we have our intake, our carburetor from the bottom of our air cleaner. Great. And then we also have our choke lever here. So I got a few extra parts here since these are good, and that's going to work out pretty good. I always like to have a few extra parts. I'll add that to my collection. So this is what I got. I got the top assembly, cover. We got a new air cleaner clip, all new clips for the top. Also a air horn from the carburetor up to the air cleaner, and we got all this off of Amazon. Hopefully it's all going to fit up all right. The orange is just a little bit off, as you can tell, but once we get this thing cleaned up, this thing hadn't been cleaned up in years. He got it in at his shop and he just parked it, and that's where it's set. So I will clean this thing up, and it will do a little bit better in matching. The oranges are going to be a little bit different, but I got $17 for this on Amazon. So we're going to see if it'll fit real quick. I'm probably going to have to get me a few screws. But let's look. Let's see if this thing will fit on here. We had to put a new fuel line on this. Well, let's see. You got to watch those. Those will come flying off as soon as you pop them out. Let's take this off for a minute. See, this is the extra piece they gave us. Okay, it'll go on just like this. And this part here, when it goes down in there, this fits in there just like that, and that holds this choke lever. Now this choke lever is a little bit bigger, as you can tell. The head of this is just a little bit bigger than that, but that's going to work out great if we ever need to use it. We have one. All right, let's see what we can do here. Put this on. There we go. Choke works, goes all the way in. That's the one thing you got to make sure is on these, that your choke will go all the way in, and this one will. And then this is going to fit over the top of that. And then we'll pop our clips on real quick. Well, that'll be pretty good. And then we can just pop it off. Let's put our air cleaner back in. We set several records just in the past few days here, getting cold. And you know, the old persimmons had a spoon in them, so it told us that we're here in the United States, we're going to get a very damp and snowy winter, and they were right. Okay, that's going to fit on there just like that. As you can tell, this lined up perfectly. These holes are all matched up. They're exactly where they need to be. This here was a perfect match. I'm very satisfied with what we purchased here. I'm going to stick this all back together. The only thing different we could have had that would have been better is if I'd have had some screws that would have went in here as well. There we go. All right. There you have it, friends. $17 off Amazon. You can find about anything you need there. You know, sometimes it's a guessing game if they have the exact one you want, but we got lucky. This is the one we wanted. We're going to go ahead and clean this saw up. We're going to go ahead and tune it up, get it back in shape. It takes the same size of bar as these 570X Torques that I have that you're going to see. We've got one that's barred up over there. So these take the big bar. We're going to have a lot of fun with this saw. I'm really glad that I got it. You know, it's a 365 special. 65 cc's. It's the workhorse of its day. You can do a lot with this saw. You can also make a 375 out of it to get several more cc's, but we may just leave it like this. You know, one other thing I have to do is replace this compression release on the side. Then I think we're about ready. You know, like I said, these bars are the same as the 570s. They're the big bar. And so I'll be able to swap between my 570s and my 365. So let's see if this saw will start up. You know, it don't sound too bad. I'm really excited about this saw. Hey, stick with us. Join us for part 2. When we take this back apart, we tune it up, we get it barred up, and we go put it in the wood. Hey, be sure to check out the rest of our videos. We have a whole playlist full of just chainsaws and different equipment. Go back and watch those if you don't mind. Subscribe, like, share this out, hit that notification button so you don't miss anything with our vintage saws. We got over 20 saws we're going to be showing you as we tear apart to see if they'll even run and go out and put them in the wood. Hey, I appreciate you. I love you. Hey, remember, love God and love your neighbor.